The first is labor dimension of favor. The second is grace dimension of favor. I don't know who gave this definition to grace, that grace is an unmerited favor. Well, if their context of unmerited means that you will labor, but that labor is not a labor, then they are correct. But if they mean that you don't need to labor for you to enter into favor, they are wrong. The difference between labor dimension of favor and grace dimension of favor is that labor dimension of favor, you are laboring on your own. But grace dimension of favor is no longer you laboring. It's God laboring through you. Grace is not a license to be lazy. Grace is an empowerment to do. You are doing, but it's no longer you doing, but God doing the work through you in the way He wants it done. Philippians chapter 4 verse 13. I can do all things through Christ that strengtheneth me. So it's not your strength. It is the strength of God. That means it's God doing all things through you. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 8. And God is able to make all grace abound towards you, that ye always having all sufficiency in all things may abound to every good work. So you see that grace is not exemption of work, but an empowerment to do work. Philippians chapter 2 verse 13. For it is God which worketh in you both to will and to do His good pleasure. So when God begins to work the work through you, it's called grace. I labor a little and yet again big result is grace at work. When it's no longer your effort, all I know is that I started it like this. The way it blossomed, I cannot explain. I knew where I started, but I cannot explain how I got where I am. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 10. But by grace of God, I am what I am, and His grace which was bestowed upon me was not in vain, but I labored more abundantly than they all. Yet not I, but the grace of God which is with me. So if you are doing and achieving much results, don't assume that it is you. There is a power in you causing you to do what you do. Someone that is in grace can be looking at people like they are not trying, they are not making efforts. The reason why you don't fornicate is not because you are principled, it's because of grace. The reason why you don't do some certain things is not because you have the power, it's because of grace that you're not doing those things. There is a power within you that is enabling you to do the things you do. I can withhold temptation, I lie. You can't. It's grace. Because it's not by power, it's not by mind, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. Grace is like I'm upstairs, I'm looking at people downstairs and say, see them, they don't know what they are doing. When pride begins to come in, you will now fall from grace. That's what it means for people to fall from grace. That's why Apostle Paul is acknowledging, I labor more than you all. But it's not me laboring, it is God laboring. So when you are doing better than others, don't assume that others are not trying. They are trying, it's just that grace helped you. If you are with me, say amen. Oh. Lastly, mercy dimension of favor.